Okay, dear students, welcome to my videos. So, in my class, we have to discuss about the topic in the geographical part, the chapter 9, the major tourist centers of Karnataka. So, in this chapter, we have to studying in the main objectives are the introduction and importance of natural and cultural tourist centers in Karnataka and description of the main tourist centers and their national and then international the significance and the importance hills waterfalls and the tour historical places in our Karnataka. So these are all points, so we have to see there in this chapter. Okay, let's begin that lesson, the major tourist centers of Karnataka. The Karnataka proverb says, see the country, read the books. ದೇಶ ಸುತ್ತಿ ನೋಡು ಕೋಶ ಓದಿ ನೋಡು ಅಂತೇಳಿ ನಾವು ಅಂತೇವೆ. So as it is, the peoples goes to the different place from the different place to satisfy their curiosities. For religious celebration, for peace of mind, for relaxation, to see the picture EQ places, swing the happiest and for the improvement of health. So this is called to the tourism. Our tourist centers have facilities to be stay and the eat. So the people stay there and the visit their places. So Karnataka is one of the most state in India which has very the famous tourist spots is there. Karnataka has many natural scenic places. For instance, the evergreen Sayadri ranges with their rivers, the waterfalls, the beautiful values to be there. And then the wild animal, the sandalwood forest, the etc. we have to see there in our the Karnatakas. So not only for this, these are all, but also the attractive coastline, historical places, temple, sculptures, the religious centers, the place of pilgrimage, so etc. These places to attract the people from the state and the foreign countries. So realizing the importance of tourism, the Karnataka government has established the Karnataka State Tourism Development Cooperation. It means KSTDC. So it has to be started in the 1974 to provide tourists with the basic requirements like that, the tourist home, lodge, and then restaurants. And importance, the tourist, the centers. So these are all facilities we have to see there in our the Karnataka state. So the Karnataka being a have for tourists have various beautiful places that attract to lakhs of these peoples also. The UNESCO has recognized and declared the Hampi, Pattadakallu, and then recently the Western Ghats has the World Heritage Site. This made the Karnataka to the world famous. The government of Karnataka has implemented the new tourism policies and given the opportunity to encourage the private companies in the tourism. The Karnataka has the own award, the tourist management state in the 1996 to the 1997. The following are the well-known tourist place we have to see there in our Karnataka. Okay, the first of all we have to see the hill stations of Karnataka. Okay, which are the hill stations we have to see in our Karnataka? Okay, see there one by one. So Karnataka have a varieties of relief features and then many hill ranges to be there. There are many hill stations in the Kudremukha hill station, Chikmagaluru. We have to see that in the Chikmagaluru districts. Is a the major hill station. It has designs to the green forest, the many hill rocks, and then coffee estates, and then waterfalls to making the beautiful places to be there. And then next we have to see there that is the Nandi Hill Station of Chikkaballapura district. It's about the 1492 meters above the sea level and has the pleasant climate also. As it is close to the Bangalore, is attract the lack of this tourist. Thus, since Mahatma Gandhi stayed, therefore the improvement of this wealth and the health is also. A Gandhi Bhavan has been constructed in his the memories. So similarly, Agumbe set spot, Kemmangundi, Devarayana Durga, so Jogimati of Chitradurga districts, and then Kodachadri, and then hill rock of Ramanagara, and then Madhugiri, the monolithic hills. So etc. We have to see there the enchanting rocks formations of the Yana. So how to be summer resorts and then attracts the tourist spots us. And then next we have to see there the another one, the waterfalls of this Karnataka. So which are the waterfalls as we have to see in our Karnataka? Okay, let us see now. So our state in the home of these many waterfalls. The Malnad region has many waterfalls during this the rainy seasons. The waterfall routes down with the great forces. Uttar Kannada has a greater number of these waterfalls is there. The highest waterfall in the country is the Jog Falls. So which is it is to be we have to see in the Shumaga districts. The water of Sharavati falls from the height of 293 meters in the four streams. They are called that okay look at that picture at that Raja, Rani, Roarer and then Rocket. So in these four streams we have to see in their Jog Falls. During this rainy season, this waterfall has maximum amount of water and presented a sense of unforgettable beauties. The Kaveri River at Shivanasamudra in the Mandya district forms of waterfall and could the Gaganachukki and Barachukki. Okay, this is the Kaveri River at the Shivanasamudra in Mandya districts. This waterfall's name that is the Gaganachukki and then Barachukki. There is a refreshing to the Abhay Falls near to Merkera. So near Kemmannagundi hill station there is the Hebbe Falls. In additions to this we have Kalatigiri Falls, Unchalli Falls, Uttar Kannada districts and then Gokak Falls is the Belagavi districts. That Gokak Falls is formed one of the river Ghataprabha and it is the famous as the Niagara of Karnataka. So in this Gokak Falls we have to see there in the Belagavi district. So it is to be the world famous river of a Niagara of Karnataka. ಇದನ್ನ ವರ್ಲ್ಡಲ್ಲಿ ಫೇಮಸ್ ಅಂತ ನಯಗಾರ ಫಾಲ್ಸನ್ನು as it's ನಮ್ಮ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದ ಗೋಕಾಕ್ ಫಾಲ್ಸ್ಗೆ has to be compared now. So in this Gokak Falls, it is to be Niagara of Karnataka. So these are all to the waterfalls of the Karnataka. And then next we have to see the wild sanctuaries of Karnataka. So Karnataka has the dense forest. In order to protect the forest and wildlife, the government of Karnataka has established a number of these wild sanctuaries and then sanctuaries. The bird and wildlife animal, the sanctuaries. The national park and the tiger projects and the biosphere reserves areas we have to see there. So there are the basically in our Karnataka we have to see that the five national park is there. At that Rajiv Gandhi National Park in the Nagarahole, the Bandipura, Bannerughatta, Kudremukha, and Anchi National Park. So these are all national parks we have to see in our the Karnataka state. For the conservation of wildlife in their animal, the habitat, the 18 wild the sanctuaries have been identified as in this Karnataka. So Muttodi, Bandipura, Nagarahole, Dandeli, Bhadra. So these are all were the animal sanctuaries. And then so Bandipura, Nagarahole, Muttodu, Dandeli, and then Bhadra. So these are all were the animal sanctuaries we have to see in our the Karnataka. So as it is say, the bird sanctuaries. ಪಕ್ಷಿಧಾಮಗಳು ಯಾವ್ದ್ಯಾವುದು ಅಂತಂದರೆ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ರಂಗನತಿಟ್ಟು ಕೊಕ್ಕೇರಿ ಇನ್ ದ ಬೇಲೂರು ಮಂಡಗದ್ದೆ and then Gudavi bird sanctuaries are there in the main the sanctuaries. Not only for this in our Karnataka we have to see there the bird and animal sanctuaries. Birds that Karnataka has to the beautiful beaches is to be there. They are the home beach of Gokarna, Ullala, Murdeshwara, Marvante, and then Malpe, the beach, etc. Are these to bird that attract numerous the tourists. And next we have to see there is the historical places. So in the earlier ruler of Karnataka, the Kadambas, Hoysalas, Chalukyas, and the king of Vijayanagara have left behind the very beautiful sculptures in the wonders. There are at the Hampi, Beluru, Halebeedu, Somanathapura, and then Golgumbas, and then Ahiole, and then Badami. So these are all were to the Vijayanagara, Lakkundi, Banavasi, Basraluru, Belligave, and then Mysuru, and then Srirangpatna. So these are all places to be very popular in the major place of the Karnataka. So this is one of so we have to see there the Karnataka it has to be the very glorious and then how the kings he has to ruling. So and then what was the contributions to the country. So these are all architecture we have to see there. So in this Gol Gumbaz, it is not only for this building, but it is the very popular dome. So when we can hear the seven types. So in this Gol Gumbaz, to the specialty is that the whispering of galleries. So this is the specialty of this Gol Gumbaz. And then Somanathapura temple. So it is the very beautiful the temple. ಸೊ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಮಾಡರ್ನಿಕ್ ಏಜಲ್ಲಿ ಎಟ್ ಓಲ್ಡ್ ಏಜಲ್ಲೇ ಇಂಥ ಒಂದು ಶಿಲ್ಪಗಳ ದೇವಾಲಯಗಳ ಕೆತ್ತನೆಯ ದೇವಾಲಯ ಅಂತಲೂ ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ಕರೀಬೋದು. ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಅಷ್ಟು ಅದ್ಭುತವಾದಂತಹ ಕೆತ್ತನೆಗಳನ್ನು ಈ ಸೋಮನಾಥಪುರ ಇಂದ ಮಂಡ್ಯ ಡಿಸ್ಟಿಕ್ಕಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ. ಇದನ್ನು ನಾವು ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ಬೋದು. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೆನ್ ಆಬ್ವಿಯಸ್ಲಿ ದ ಸ್ಟೋನ್ ಚಾರಿಟೀಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಹಂಪಿ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ದ ವೆರಿ ಗ್ರೇಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೆನ್ ಮೊನೋಲಿಥಿಕ್ ದ ಚಾರಿಟೀಸ್ and then constructed their buildings and then contributions to given this all these kings in our Karnataka. So that is our proud of them. And then next, so we have to see there the forts of Karnataka. So which are the forts we have to see in our Karnataka? Nodta hogona. So there are the many historic and the strong forts in Karnataka. And they are the favorite tourist spots is also. For example, the fort of Chitradurga, the fort of Bidar in Vijayapur, Kalburgi, and then Manzarabad, Uchangidurga, Kavledurga, Chitradurga, and then Badami. So these are all were to the very important forts, and then we have to see in our Karnataka. Okay, once again I repeated the fort. The fort of Bidar, Vijayapur, Kalburgi, Hampi, Keladi, Chitradurga, Madugiri, Nandi Hills, Pavagada, Banjarabad, Uchangidurga, Kavledurga, Pratapagada, Srirangapatana. So these are all were the very important forts. The coastal forts of Bahudurgabad and Basava Rajadurga, Devagada and Kurmagada. So these are all were the coastal the forts of our the Karnataka. And all the mentioned tourist centers above have added to the greatness of the Karnatakas. So these are all places to mention that the tourist centers above have added to the greatness of Karnatakas. In recent days, the capital city of Bengaluru is attractive the largest number of tourists. It has the pleasant climate, the wonderful building like that, Vidhana Saudha, the beautiful garden like that, Lal Bagh and the Kabban Park also. And hence it is called, it is the city of Garden City. It is Karnataka's the largest city and one of the mega city of the country. So as it is that similarly, the Mysore is the city of palace. So that Mysore, it is the city of palace. The millions of people visit the Mysore during the Dasara festival and in Chamundi Hills. And then he has to see their KRS Dam and the Brundavana also. There are the major tourist attractions of this Mysore. So probably this Nada Habba is the Dasara festival. It is to be very glorious and the people he has to every year he has to watch them to that the celebration. So in this Vijayanagara Empire, it is the very glorious how the kings he has to give the contribute to the country. So these are all we have to see there. So that in this Carnatic people he has to celebrate there very grandfully in this Dasara festival in that every year. So these are all were the major tourist spots. So Karnataka, it is one of the many states in the India which have a very famous tourist spots is to be there. The hill mountains to be there, the waterfalls to be there, and then historical places to be there, and the historical pilgrimage is also there, and then the wildlife sanctuaries is also there, and then fort, the important major forts is also to be there. So these are all places we have to see there in the Karnataka. So the Kannada, so proverb says, see a country, read a book. It means in Kannada, ದೇಶವನ್ನ ಸುತ್ತಿ ನೋಡು ಕೋಶವನ್ನು ಓದಿ ನೋಡು ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಗಾದೆ ಮಾತಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ದಟ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ಸ್ ಗೋ ಟು ದ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದೇರ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸಸ್ ಟು ಸ್ಯಾಟಿಸ್ಫೈ ದೇರ್ ಕ್ಯೂರಿಯಾಸಿಟೀಸ್ and then celebration and relaxations is also. So seeking their happiness and this improvement of the world. So this is called the touring or tourist centers have facilities there to that the stay and the eat. So the people stay there, the visit tourist places. The government has to implement a new tourism policies and given opportunities and encouragement to private companies to the tourism. So Karnataka has won the biggest tourism management state in the year the 1996 to 1997. So this is the proud to we have to live in the Karnataka state because this is our Karnataka state. Thank you for watching these videos. So early this chapter to be closed. Stay home, stay safe. Thank you.